This video just appeared on my front page. I guess Face IQ is now having a surgery plan. He's gonna get surgery. I'm not sure. Let's see. My full looks maxing surgery plan. Completes breakdown.
Today we're going over my surgery plan, and I know a lot of you guys might not really care about this, but for those that do, it should be pretty interesting. And let's just look at my face right now, okay? So at the moment, I'm actually
I don't understand it. Why does he want surgery? Like he doesn't look that bad at the point where he would need surgery, so to speak. I don't think it's worth the risk.
less bloated than I was. I'm on like day 3 of actually eating properly, following my proper lifestyle. Again, I was on a trip to LA for over a week and I crashed out. I'm gonna be honest. I was drinking alcohol. I was actually addicted to some drugs. I'm just gonna throw
What? That's wild.
it all out there, and I was eating like shit, okay? And anyone who saw me there can attest I probably looked really horrible. Anyway, now I'm getting a more defined face already on day 3 of my diet, and also I have kind of some supplement protocols I follow with my
Supplements?
diet to help debloating. Again, on my diet, I do not starve myself. I'm losing body fat percentage. I'm losing a lot, and especially a lot of water retention. No caloric deficit, okay? You don't have to starve yourself on a ketogenic diet. As
You don't have to starve yourself ever.
long as you're eating the proper ketogenic foods, you're not eating keto chips and garbage like that. So that said, let's hop right into the surgery plan. So first things first, I'm going to do an upper eyelid fat graft, okay? And as you guys can see, I don't actually have much upper eyelid exposure, but
But yeah, I think it's that. I mean, he has. Yeah, he doesn't have much of it, but his eyebrows are like too high, I guess.
basically I could just have more fat around my eyes. So actually I should have said just fat
But
paraorbital fat
I
grafting.
don't see that.
And here, let me lead you.
I don't see the purpose of this. Like, I have seen. I'm not sure of the exact. If it was this exact surgery, but I saw I saw someone get the surgery and like they couldn't blink. Wait, but I think that's different. Oh, he's gonna get fat grafting. I think what I saw was like they remove a piece of the eyelid here, which is just
Guys an example. So this is Jared Leto and this is Chico, right? And when we look at how low set their eyebrows are, we'll kind of draw it out, choose a better.
yeah, their eyebrows are the same distance, I guess. Well, Chico's eyebrows are not very low set, but it looks low set because of the. Yeah, I get
Color
what
here.
he's talking about. Makes sense, yeah.
When we actually look at it, their eyebrows are almost the same in terms of low settedness. Maybe Jared Leto has a little bit higher set eyebrows. Now that said, obviously the appearance in terms of their attractiveness is night and day. And this is simply because of the difference in upper eyelid exposure. As you guys can see, severe upper eyelid exposure, Chico has really great supraorbital fat. And I believe that the supraorbital fat is more important than the low settedness of your supraorbital ridge. I believe that the fat is way more important than how low set this bone is. And I'll lead you to some more examples. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, his supraorbital ridge is actually quite high set. He just has a ton of supraorbital fat. Same with Chase Crawford.
I mean, yeah, of course. When a female looks at you, the gene she's looking for is probably the low settedness of the bone because it would protect your eye against blunt force attacks, right? It's a good gene. It would help you, but I guess the fats can kind of cover it up.
Imagine if
Make it
this
look like
was
it's
upper
low.
eyelid exposure instead of fat. He would look like way, way worse. So I really think this is a super important thing. And there's actually a simple way to fix this with upper eyelid fat grafting. Now mine is actually not that bad right now. It's just pretty mild. I just want to kind of fill in the infra and supraorbital with some more fat. It will look better. And that's sort of my step one. Now step two, oh, and here's a before and after of this procedure. As you guys can see, it's a little bit frauded in terms of angles, but certainly still a great result. Next, we have lower eyelid retraction repair and canthoplasty. So lower eyelid retraction repair is simply going to sort of pull my lower eyelid.
Yeah, but this is just like, this is a severe case. This looks terrible. Like she actually looks deformed. That's why she looks better here. I really don't think he needs surgery.
Up a bit, and this is pretty much my biggest flaw in my face is my sort of lower eyelid and my canthal tilt. I'm not trying to glaze myself, but my jaw is actually quite good in most structural aspects. My nose is pretty good, the shape is solid. My lips, there could be the upper lip could be a little fuller, but my mouth is wide. Yeah, most things, my eyebrows, especially after I have LuxMaxxed them just recently again, are pretty decent. So
yeah, his eyebrows look much better. Is that minoxidil?
the main real issue I have is just simply my canthal tilt and my eye shape. So yeah, basically this leads me to lower eyelid retraction repair and canthoplasty. And here we can see an example with this woman right here. Very life-changing result. Of course, she's sort of frauding a bit more with makeup in the after, but still, this is a life-changing result. And basically my goal would be, at the bare minimum, get my droopy lower eyelid pulled up, and then get my lateral canthus a little bit positively tilted. And this technique done right here was actually a brow forehead incision. So there's no scarring because the way they do the sutures is actually they make an incision up here, go in, do it. So it's kind of a new technique I'm looking at for my own case. And yeah, really great result. And then last,
Yeah, but isn't it risky? Like, I don't, I don't think he needs it, man.
lastly, minor buccal fat removal if necessary. So I actually haven't been truly lean in a long time. I've been having issues with getting like the food I need, being away from home and things like that. So now I'm completely locked in. We're going to see how defined my face is, and you guys will probably see this happen over my coming videos of me just getting leaner and leaner. So yeah, we'll see how much this works. We'll see. So basically the if necessary means if I am even maybe doing some minor fasting, starving, along with my ketogenic diet, along with my supplementation protocols in order to balance things like water retention, etc., even though no carbs, so it's 90% of that. If I still want a more defined face, I'm going to look into some minor buccal fat removal.
I mean, this is kind of like obsession. This is, man, this is messed up.
Very minor, like a result almost like this, because you can always take more out. It's a lot easier to add it back in. And I will want more like a more prominent OG curve and such. And in terms of other,
I mean, it's gonna be interesting seeing the transformation. His eyebrows look better. But like, that's just obvious. He used minoxidil. I'm curious if he noticed any side effects. Who knows? I don't know that much about like minoxidil. Does it have do you have to use it like continuously? If that's the case, it's not very good, I guess.
Softmax is just gonna probably start training my neck, of course, something I've been needing to do. Also going to, am I forgetting this? Oh yeah, I'm going to do a lash lift, DIY lash lift. Of course, I will also tint them black before I do that. And yeah, that's pretty much my routine. I think I'm going to, if I do all this, I'm probably going to get to a pretty solid spot. I actually think the neck is one of the hugest things I could do. Of course, my mastoid process is not perfect, but yeah, it'll be great. I would project, if I really did all of this, like canthoplasty, fat grafting, continue to lose weight, lash lift, buccal fat removal, I think I could actually gain like at least half a point on my scale easily, maybe even more. We'll see. Just wait, see what happens. And this also,
Why take the risk though? I don't think it's worth the risk. Like, and it's just not worth like going through all this trouble. Like you only have one body, right? Like, just leave it alone, man.
so I'm working on this sort of presentation. I'm gonna open up one-on-one coaching pretty soon, and I'm still laying this out, but basically what you'll get is like literally a full facial analysis, and then this is sort of my mother sheet where I'll put in all of your information into all of my systems, and basically this will just be used as our data, and then we'll go through diet, training, soft maxing, surgery plan, and then eventually a plan on how to actually get girls. So I'm sort of gonna work with a few people one-on-one. It's not even gonna be that expensive. Of course, I don't need to do this, but a lot of people have been asking for one-on-one coaching. So I think I want to take on like maybe 2 to 3 people where we do a full facial analysis. We fully lock in their diet custom to their training plan, their goals, make sure they have all their micronutrients, make sure their hormones are great. And then also with diet, there's some supplementation we can do. You never need to supplement on a proper diet, but supplementation can really help, especially facial bloating. Then we go through training optimization, then soft maxing, hard maxing. We kind of build out a routine. I think I'm going to build out my routines in like a board like this, just like I did for myself, except more detail, more step by step. And then I'll eventually also sort of offer like, I guess you could call it like acquisition plan. I don't know how to spell that word. And because it's almost like marketing. It's like, how are you going to actually get the girls? They're not just going to fall into your lap. Even if you're good looking, dating apps are not free game.
I mean, it's not very hard, I guess. Like, you just need to. I mean, all you gotta do is go to a location where you would be finding female individuals similar to your age. Uh, his viewers are mostly like in college, in high school, probably, so they really shouldn't be struggling with this.
So yeah, I'll be opening up this coaching probably within the next month. I'm only going to be able to take on like 2 people probably, because with my coaching, you're going to get my personal phone number. We're going to do, a lot of one-on-one calls to kind of figure all this shit out. So, yeah, should be pretty sick. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Little self promo. If you want access to all of the guides, access to calls with me, and access to the community that's very educated, so people can give you.
I mean, I guess he is trying to sell us something, but you don't need to do any of this. If you eat, if you eat naturally, 99% of this is just gonna be sold. You just gotta eat good, man. That's the most important thing here. You don't have to buy any courses, nothing. Like surgery, okay. Surgery, you're not gonna have surgery on your face when you eat good. Fine. If you're, I guess, if you're thinking about surgery, like if you really do think you need surgery, you can consider this guy. He does seem to know what he's talking about.
Maybe Jared Leto.
Let's hear like, yeah, he does seem to know what he's talking about surgery wise, but other than that, like all of these courses, there is nothing they can give you. Like, I have thought about like making a living out of this, right? It would be cool if I could actually make money from this someday. Not right now, of course. It's I have like 400 something subscribers at the moment. I surely wouldn't be making any money out of this even if I had a course like this. But I have thought about it. Like maybe someday I can make money from it, but I really don't think I can. Like what can I sell? Like eat good, yeah, that's just it. That's how you fix your life. You eat good, and that's there goes 99% of your problems. You eat good, you get sunlight, you get clean air, you don't expose yourself to toxins, and the only other thing you need is time. You give your body time to heal, to fix itself, to develop, and yeah, your life just gets better. You have a good life. Of course, if you need surgery, you can look into something like this. But training optimization, soft maxing, I don't. I think these are stupid. I guess if your neck is too thin, I will say though, you can train your neck, but that's the only thing.